All right, Luis. So we know this was a big weekend. Dodgers-Yankees, big rivalry. You know a little bit something about this rivalry when you were a Dodger. From here, you went to the Yankees. So what was it like when you left the Dodgers and you went to the Yankees that season in 2013?
Yes,
Correct.
2013. Well, it was a big change. I mean, I came from being one of the fan favorites in 2012 to they put me on waivers and then I signed with the Yankees. It was different. Like I was still a little, you know, hurt, not hurt, but like sad. I didn't want to leave LA. But I mean, the opportunity was open with the Yankees because Jeter was hurt and the other shortstop got hurt. So, I mean, I went there. Sorry, and I went there and it's tough. It's tough to play for the Yankees. It's tough to play in front of their crowd, and it's different. I mean, the first game back in New York, when they call our names, they were yelling, "We want Jeter." It was kind of like, I want him too. I want him to play, but it was the opportunity for me to play for them, and it was big for me. And like being a Mexican guy, I think I was the like only five guys to play for both organizations, and being a part of that, I mean, it makes me feel proud of myself.
So what was that like? Like you mentioned, the fans were chanting for Jeter. Like playing in LA, you saw this crowd, and then compared it to the Yankee crowd.
I think the difference is when I came in 2012, they support me since day one, and even when I was struggling, they were rooting for me. They were rooting for me, and even when I left, a lot of people asked me, "You should stay. Maybe you come back later." But it's one of those decisions you make. I didn't know it was going to be the Yankees, and when they opened the doors, like for me to play there, I mean, I got to take it. It's a big organization too, and I think that went like playing for the Dodgers and the Yankees on the same year. It's big for my resume and like for my career.
so. Like I mentioned, like we saw how Friday it was loud. It was loud in here. When you're a Yankee, do you feel that same type of like energy from the crowd? Like is the big.
Not really, not really. I think it was different times because that year that's when the Yankees were struggling with their pitching and then a lot of guys hurt. So it was not so many people, on the stadium in the stadiums. When I really felt it is when we played the Red Sox. Like we played the Red Sox and it was packed in Fenway, and I think that's when I really felt the rivalry. Like, but I came from playing here against the Giants when the Giants were in their prime, so it was almost like the same.
And so, when you were here, either with the Dodgers or in New York, was there a player or coach, manager that you kind of just got like you learned a lot from and kind of you just gravitated to them?
Well,
Was there a certain player or coach or?
yeah, I mean, everybody like Dave Hansen when he was my hitting coach here in 2012. He was one of the biggest one to give me the confidence to perform well, and he was my hitting coach. So, and Manny Mota was helping me out in spring training, and I think I get along with all my coaches, and I don't know. I think I didn't get to meet a lot of the coaches with the Yankees because I was there for only 2 months, and yeah, I think. But the best teammates I had there in New York, it was Mariano was really humble. Like he always got us all the Latin guys together to get baseball shuffle on Sundays, and Jeter was always nice, like listening to our questions, and he's like always open to answer our questions. And I don't know, like those two guys that they're gonna be Hall of Fame on the Hall of Fame. I think it's big to have the chance and the opportunity to ask him some questions about how they do it, or how they done it. So I think what the type of guy I am, I try to ask questions and learn from the guys that have success, and I think those two guys helped me a lot. And obviously, like coming back from the Dodgers, a lot of guys helped me. Mattingly give me the opportunity to play every day. So yeah, I make a lot of friends in different teams, and I'm proud.
So now that you're back with the Dodgers, but now in the broadcast booth, how have you taken kind of that experience, of playing for the Yankees, playing for the Dodgers, and you're bringing that to the booth?
You know what? It's bigger than then you feel bigger. Now that I see it from the outside, it seems like it was big when like, in 1 year playing for the biggest organizations on baseball, and like having a chance to express that to the people. Like I play for both teams. It's good. It's big for me, and I feel good about it. But I feel better being back with the Dodgers on the boot. Even that I'm on the boot, I'm still feeling like I'm a part of the team. When they score a run, I'm still like like celebrating because I don't know. I was playing 6 months ago, and I retired like a couple months ago. So I'm very happy to be back with the Dodgers, and hopefully this lasts for a long time.
And in this series, you're calling probably we have two biggest teams, two biggest probably players in Ohtani and Judge, and you get to
Yes,
call their games.
yes, it was amazing the first game when Josh hit the homer and then Ohtani came back and hit a homer. It was like I was so excited. Even Efrain, the guys from the booth, like, hey, you got to lower your voice because I was excited. Like I didn't want to miss this series, and I still get excited about the team, about watching those two guys play, the number one and number two. Maybe they're both number one players in the league, and having to make an analysis about how to pitch this guy or how to this guy should approach the pitcher. It's nice. It's nice to like it's the best in the business, and you can see all the fans, 52,000 people, 53,000 people watching the same game, and having the chance to call it. It was a pleasure for me and an honor.
Thank you for the time, Cruz.
You're welcome.